If you're wondering what that strange rhythmic sound is, I'm stirring chocolate milk. I made the mistake of trying to make chocolate milk before the start of the stream. My milk goes bad today. I know it's like a gradient. There's not, it doesn't actually cut immediately between delicious, wholesome milk and disgusting green rot. But I like to finish it before the expiration date. But this was a huge mistake. It's a lot of chocolate milk. But hey, you gotta live wild and free, right? So today, let's switch to screen share and see if it's the right screen. It is. Excellent. Okay, so today you can see a little bit of the progress that I made. So I've actually got this thing. Eventually it'll open. This is the newest icon for IdleWonders. This is actually very small. It shows up on your phone screen. So, you know, you don't see all this glorious detail, right? So what I want to do today, we're actually going to draw. Where's this guy? So last time, okay, it was moved or deleted. Last time we worked on, uh-oh, I did some shuffling around. We're going to work on these guys. So I'm going to put these, oh god, I don't even know what buttons I just hit. We're going to put these here. Cool. And then I'm going to open this. So last time, I drew this guy on stream. I'm going to actually try to drink this chocolate milk, see what happens. Oh god, that is not as chocolatey as the amount of stirring would lead you to believe. So last time that I streamed, which was last Monday, I'm trying to stream every Monday, I drew this. Which reminds me, let me link my stream in some places. I'm trying to get some viewers. Where is that button? Professional streamer is what is going on here. Said no one. I did start the stream, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. That is all right. Oh god, that's Almighty Tevin. Ooh. Okay, it's muted. Phew. I don't want to. I love Almighty Tevin, but I don't want to restream one of my favorite streamers. But have like I'm restreaming him as he's restreaming DSP or something. It would be very funny, but not what I want to do. Cool, excellent. Whoop. That was my Discord, by the way. I don't actually know how to silence Discord. Guy asking what he wants to play tomorrow. We do like a Tuesday gaming night kind of thing. I'm not sure yet. By the way, if you join the Patreon free tier, you might be able, who knows, you might be able to see, to get access to the Discord that I run, which is for all of my projects, including the one you're seeing on the screen right here with your eyes, hopefully, or listening to. Now I can turn on my drawing pad and let's get to work. So, what are we gonna draw today? What I'm thinking is, if you have played the game, which probably very few of you have. Okay. That's Mooks. Hey, I could play 0 Hour. That'd be funny. I really like Command & Conquer Generals. I've been playing that a lot lately. So part of the game is in here somewhere deep in this project. We have great people. And these great people, right now there's Hypatia, Imhotep, and Ramses. In the game, you can buy them. It's a little fucked up, but you can purchase great people that can help lead your people. I wish this thing would show me how big images are by default. I'm pretty sure it used to do that in one of the good versions of Windows 7 or something. Okay, 500 by 900, and this guy is, let's see, image size, 860 by 900. So I'm trying to keep roughly the same aspect ratio for these. So I think I'm gonna make, I'm just gonna call it Hypatia. This character is not Hypatia, by the way. We're gonna delete this and both of these. We're not gonna delete that one because this is a nice sort of reference for how I do line work now. We are gonna change the image size though, well, the canvas size, I guess. So I don't know why this always defaults 2 inches. I don't. Yes, when I was working on cards for Mooks, that was a good move. So this is 500 by 900. So we're going to do probably 1500 by 27, which is a real big image. Holy cow. Okay, we're not going to work on an image that big. It scares me. We're actually going to work on 1000 by 1800, and that should be a more, yeah, that's a much more reasonable image size to work with. Okay. So I want to load my palette and try to drink some more of this milk. How can I not read? Isn't there, where's the palette on here? It's this one. Damn, I'm really bad at reading lately. You would think for someone with as many glasses as I have, that'd be pretty easy to read. So, one thing we're gonna do is we're actually going to drag this Hypatia art in here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's, so this is what it looks like in the game. There's some bleed over on the sides because on the bottom is some like information about levels. You can, the way great people work in the game is every time you prestige or when you complete a wonder, you get you get innovation points, which are like purple flasks. I'll have to redo all that art as well. But as you win the game, you get innovation points, and then using innovation points, you can purchase levels in Great People. And then once you've got, I think there's special abilities that they give you. So like Ramses, for example, gives you plus 1% labor for all of your workers, like all of your sources of labor. With Hypatia, I think she generates research points. It might be mana. It might make your researchers more effective. I don't quite remember. I made the game 100 years ago. We could look at the code, but I don't feel like it. So they have a tier that starts at level 1 and then a tier that starts at level 15. And you purchase them using Great People points, you know, leveling them up until they get to level 15. I think they don't have a limit on level. But the levels, like, compound. So that's where that's shown. Like, if you... I'll just do a little... I'll show you a rough sketch of what the actual app looks like. So it's like this, but, like, in front of everything. So it's like that, and then this is all a yellow background. And it's like, you know, Hypatia, you get to see my handwriting, blah, blah. This is the level. There's actually a bug here where I never tell you what level your Great People are. So that bug has been fixed in the most recent version. And then there's the level descriptions here. And then I think here is like a big buy button. And then up here is the number of IP that you have, which is something like that. And then like 6. These are probably flip-flopped. This is a back button, which it doesn't actually look much better than that. And then over here, there's like a scroll icon. It looks like freaking backwards Utah. There's a scroll. I'm literally looking at scrolls here. How can I not draw a scroll right now? There, so it's kind of like this. And when you tap that, it actually brings up information about the great person. It's effectively like part of their Wikipedia article, like a summarization of their Wikipedia article, and then a link to their Wikipedia article. And then there's arrows. I want to say down here, that's not an arrow. There's like arrows like this. And then I think this says like 1 of 3. And you can choose between Hypatia, Ramses, and Imhotep. But for today, we're going to just work on Hypatia. Might not finish today. I'm not. I don't know how like vibey I am about drawing necessarily today, but we'll definitely at least get some sketches in. Oh god, I can see my microphone peaking every time I stir. I'm so sorry. Oh god, it's terrible. Man, I cannot make chocolate milk to save my life. Okay. So as before, I'm going to kind of let the music do it. If you have anything you want to talk about in chat, feel free to chat. I'm watching it. Maybe not super carefully, but I am watching it. But for the most part, I'm just going to go at it, see what happens. That is super bright. Oh god, sorry about the noise of my mic. I need to work on this boom mic. The problem is that whenever I'm like talking on Discord playing video games and stuff, I usually have it at a set point that is away from my face, but I'm very rarely drawing. And when I'm drawing, it just gets in the way of my face. So I'm wondering if I even want to have a bookshelf with her. I actually don't remember the other characters. I keep opening my desktop. So, Imhotep has a bunch of accoutrement as well. And then Ramses has some stuff he's holding. He's like warrior king and all that stuff. Let's actually look up what Hypatia maybe looked like. I know I did this when I first did the art for this character 1,000 years ago. Yeah, okay. That one's actually pretty cool. That's kind of sick looking. Can't tell. Like that looks like AI a little bit. I'm not trying to base my stuff off of AI, to be honest. I'm one of those anti-AI and art people. there's a lot of just like really white women, which is fair. You know, that's basically the representation that I did as well. Mine kind of looks like the Mother Mary or something. Very like chill conservative look. Where something like that is hella cool. And she's not aggressive or like flamboyant. I don't know the word for it. She's like bold. But yeah, I guess this is sort of closer to what I picture. I guess without books. I don't know if they had books back then. I mean, they probably did, right? I don't even know when Hypatia was alive. I wrote that summary so long ago. Okay, so the point of me looking at this is that it's not weird for me to draw like an incredibly white woman. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Is just mostly maintain the same overall vibe, I guess. My brush is very strange looking. Why is it? It's like chalk. Oh, because it's dissolve. Weird. I didn't know that was an option. That's pretty cool. Cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to be sketching. I want to sort of keep my brush work closer to this kind of guy now. So I still wanted to have, I still wanted to have like a more dignified look than this guy does. Because he's, you know, disgruntled looking. Yeah, he's it's a mood, but it's not the mood of like a. Why can't I find this outline? There we go. So I definitely want more. Sort of like this is chill, right? She's just like, you know, Peanuts character. She's like, oh look, it's you know, everything's going great. But what I really want is like. Not like an anime thing, I guess. I don't want to do that. I don't even know what that was. Yeah, so this would be closer to like a Mook's character. I might as well show some Mook's art. Boom. You can see some Mook's art over here. Just open it in Edge. It might be private. It's not private. I specifically made it not private. Okay. Let's see some. So like Mook's art kind of looks like this. Very, very sort of cartoonish. Let's see if I can find a person. What I'm really thinking of is sort of a more kind of a face like this, maybe. There's specifically a dude I'm thinking of, though. Influencer for hire. Yeah, so like a very feminine sort of voice, or a face. Voice, it was weird. But you can see like the art style is more, not so much with him. I don't know, what's the dude I'm thinking of to show off the art style? It's, one of these guys. At some point, this website will be done, and I'll be able to show these things off much more easily than this. This one. So this is the more of a Mook's art style for me. This is a card game that I'm working on, like a living kind of card game. There's a website that'll be done at some point in my life, where you can, dude, hide hints. What are you doing? Where you can see all these and like print them out and play with them for free and stuff. If you join the Patreon, you'll get early access to these kinds of things. I don't know if I'm allowed to like shill like that, but yeah, if you join the Patreon, you can get early access to the cards and kind of see free stuff. His gun has poison because he's like a Russian assassin. It's like free tea kind of stuff. Yeah, when he assaults, target Mook gets -5 from poison. So yeah, I'm thinking not quite this cartoony, but definitely like a similar vibe to it. It's mostly in the eyes. Like I don't. My hand feels super heavy. I don't know if anyone who draws with a stylus has ever had issues like that. Whatever, it's just a sketch. Well, that almost looked real bad. Oh, that's like terrifying. I should not draw eyes. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I need to do some warm-ups. So I'm just gonna start doing some brush work. I think I really dug that like hair out kind of vibe that she had in the one. So I'll probably like roughly work with that. Unfortunately, I am the last person on Earth to know how hair looks. I could draw. I could do like this and do like Yu-Gi-Oh hair, but that's about it. I don't even know what kind of expression I should give her. That's a creepy eyebrow. It kind of looks like a mouth. Like I could just do something like this, where she's like grumpy, but that doesn't seem cool. I like this like chill. Yeah, maybe I'll just stick like that. Just do like a friendly, like a librarian face almost. And yeah, I think for the rest of the sketch, I'll basically just run with the same idea, just like scrolls, blah, 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 scrolls all over. I'm probably just gonna actually roll with most of this thing. So this bookshelf, though. Oh my god, this chocolate milk is terrible. I don't know how I fucked it up. Like you put chocolate in milk, right? Like how did how did I mess that up? Okay, I think I'm almost ready to start the outline work. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with the background yet. I definitely I like the pyramid here. I'm gonna keep that for sure. I should kind of want to redesign the whole screen for great people, because the art was never the emphasis. And I mean, the art still shouldn't be the emphasis, you know what I'm saying? But it could be more of one now. Now that I've got like the size of these guys down better. wonder if that's a weird face. Is that like a weird expression to have? I am not sure. cannot draw a bottle. That's going to be an innovation point right there. Thought it'd be a cute callback. Plotinian Neoplatonism. What? How do you even pronounce this? Neoplatonism? Against the background of Hellenistic philosophy and religion, the term does not encapsulate a set of ideas so much as a series of thinkers. The doctrine that all of reality can be derived from a single principle, the one. So anyway, I was looking at this to figure out, I've got like a little section down here. I'm probably going to put a mouse. And the reason I'm going to put a mouse is kind of dumb, but it'll be funny for anyone who's watching the stream. So according to classical historian, Theon was the head of a school called the Mousean. So yeah, there it is. That's why. So I'm just going to do a tiny little mouse guy right here. If anyone asks, that's a mouse. Okay. So I think that's, let me get rid of the sketch. Show this piece. Bam. So I think that's Hypatia. I guess I missed little lines down here. I guess this also needs to do one of these. Okay. I am going to put... There's a pyramid and an innovation point up here. I'm trying to think what I want to put on top of this bookshelf. I am thinking the Library of Alexandria might be... Well, that's freaking cool. She wrote a commentary on Apollonius's treatise on conic sections. Maybe I'll just stick a cone. Silver plane astrolabe. That sounds like a complicated thing to draw. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I'll put one of these up there. Just as a callback. You know, you want to have references? I don't know what they would even be. You want to have like callbacks to what people did in their lives that made them great people, you know? I think it's kind of shaped like this. Oh my god, I cannot draw this curve. That looks pretty weird. Okay, because there's like more to it. That looks so complicated. Yeah, it's got like Arabic or something on the sides. I wonder what all this says. I mean, I guess I could like read it, but a precursor to the sextant. Interesting. Okay, got it. So I'm actually going to change these hands. It gives the idea of what it is. I am going to put a cone up there because I think cones are cool. can't draw them, apparently. Cool. Cool. So yeah, I think that's the outline for Hypatia. Been streaming for almost an hour. Do I want to start coloring it in? Her in? Yeah, probably. Might as well, right? We're just gonna grab the colors directly from the thing below. So, color. There we go. So for the eyes, I tried for a like mothery look, I guess. Like she's caring for whatever she's carrying. Motherly's maybe weird, but you know, like a pensive kind of look maybe. I think with the great people in particular, I want to try to focus more on giving them like a personality that would have matched, I guess, how I see them. I don't know. Like I see Hypatia as like loving knowledge. And just, you know, like a librarian basically. Nurturing is maybe the word I was looking for. So I'm giving her sort of dark gray hair. Her hair is black, but like I don't know if her hair really was black. I don't know that anyone actually knows what color her hair was. A lot of the art we just looked at had it all kinds of different colors. A lot of blonde, which maybe. But one of the tricks of color is that if you want to paint something and have it be black, you don't start from black. Because if you want, so like let's say we wanted to paint, no, let's just do her hair, whatever. So if we did her hair black, like if we just did this, first of all, you lose all the outline, right? But second of all, that wasn't even all the way black. So like this is black. So now her hair is just completely black, which you get this outline back now, but it's like, it's not an outline. It's like an inline because it's brighter, right? But then you can go higher like that. So you could do, you know, that for like shading. But there's nowhere to go to add shadow or depth. So that's the key for why you choose a different tone. Because if you go all the way to the darkest that you can do, you can't actually add like tone or depth. But if we make a shading layer, so when I shade, for example, this eyebrow, what I would do is, you can see the color is like up here. So I'm going to pull it towards black, and that'll be like that, right? And then we'll go up towards gray, and you'll give like that, and now it's got a little bit of depth. Same with the hair. So if we pull the hair towards dark, towards black where it would be shaded, we can go up and do like this with the parts that would be shiny. And all of a sudden there's a bunch of, I mean, not so much in this shape, because this isn't like a realistic shape. This is very much a 2D shape. But if you look at this, it's very like flat and like just lined. Like there's depth to it, but it's because the lines are giving it depth. If we shade these, get some shade in there, and just really like work those. I'm gonna just do this as well. I almost might as well just shade the whole thing. So there, good enough. So now if we pull up towards gray, what we can do is give her shade up there where you know the light would hit. Not shade, sorry, you're getting like light. What is this called? Highlights, whatever. And then we would highlight here, and all of a sudden, like this hair now goes from being sort of two-dimensional and having shape only because of the shape that we literally gave it, having a 2D drawing. All of a sudden now it's actually like not quite voluptuous, but you know, you get the idea. Like it's very like tonal. There's a lot of shape to it just from the coloration. And we could do this for a long time, just like building it up, giving more shading to it. We can even I learned all this from painting minis, to be honest, but like yeah, we can take it a little bit higher and do like thinner like very edge sort of highlights, and all of a sudden you're looking at, you know, maybe not the most realistic kind of hair, but it's, you know, it looks pretty good for what it is. There, that's probably about as far as I want to go. Sometimes it's, if you're working on like a big project or a big piece of art, it can be very helpful to make sure you're on the right layer, to just like do the major pieces first. So you'll notice when I'm drawing a lot of these, I'll actually, it's weird that these were different colors, but that's fine. Oh, it's like that because the way I used to do art. So the way that I did all of the art for IdleWonders before, I haven't actually talked about this. The previous art, I basically colored it in and then burned it. I used the burn tool on it to get like some semblance of gradient across the piece and sort of make it interesting. And I used like hard, sharper burns for places. Wow, I completely messed up here. What is this skin? I did sharper burns for locations that I wanted more sort of shading or depth, which is not a good way to do coloring. Obviously, I was, I mean, I wasn't that young, but I wasn't good at art. I'm still not good at art, but I was much less good, even for how bad I am now. I was much worse back then. I had some of the concepts and stuff, but, you know, that's the thing you learn over time, right? But But yeah, so now going over the original art to work on this new art, it's nice. It's pretty cool to like have an artifact. Ironic, given the game is about building ancient wonders. But it's nice to have like an artifact of a project that you've worked on previously, and then to go back and revisit it and cover a lot of the same ground, but with sort of a new skill set. I will say I probably spent about the same amount of time doing the previous art pieces that I have with the newer ones, which looking back is kind of crazy, right? I am actually going to use mostly this purple. It's interesting, the glass here, because really what I want to do is tint, like it's, glass would be basically the same background color, but like brighter. So I think if I do this and then like shade it like that, maybe it kind of looks like glass. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. So now we're gonna do, I think she was a pretty vibrant blue in the previous art. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to push, like as bad as I am at this, I am trying to push myself to get better over time, which is one of the reasons that I am doing this project. I could have just pulled the IdleWonders game from the store. You can download it on the App Store right now with some of the newer art. I updated the code completely to Swift UI now, which is very interesting, going from pure Objective-C to now Swift UI. It's been quite a journey. But I've also been updating the art now. So I basically want the game to be, you know, kind of the best that I can make it, basically. Like I want to have it be an interesting game, a fun game to play. Yeah, the game is free on the App Store. You could just go. It's only on iOS. I have a friend who started porting it to Android for resume purposes. I don't know if he's continuing that work, but we'll find out. So it's only available on the App Store right now, the iOS one. But that may be changing, hopefully, eventually. Okay. So that's most of those things. I'm going to color in this. So basically all I'm doing right now is going through and coloring. This is sort of like old bronze, kind of. I'm going through and just sort of coloring each of these pieces. This one I'm going to do also kind of like glass. So it's more or less like this. I'm going to have this like green shape here. Probably
I want it to be like inoffensively green. None of these are inoffensive greens. This is the darkest green I've ever seen in my life. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's probably close. That's too like flesh toned to be paper. Yeah. There we go. So I think that's more or less how glass would look if this was like a dark, kind of purplish piece of glass. And then I can start applying these scroll colors. I'm probably just going to color all these scrolls the same color for now, and then change it up. But yeah, I'm basically just applying color over the whole thing, and then I'll do a separate layer, which I've already got started, but I'll do shading on that layer. See, one of my biggest weaknesses is hands. I think that's one of most people's biggest weaknesses as artists, trying to draw hands. It's something that I really, really need to work on. It doesn't help that every Mook's character, if you saw earlier in the stream, every Mook's character has 3 fingers and a thumb. And that doesn't help. That's like an intentional design decision, I say to myself every time I do it. And definitely not because I got lazy and didn't want to draw a bunch of fingers. But yeah, what was I saying? Something about hands. Hands are real hard to draw for most people. I think that's one of the biggest complaints for artists. And it's something that I desperately need to work on. I'm real bad at it. Been meaning to do sort of like a workshop. Probably, I might do it the next time I stream. I might just keep drawing more IdleWonders characters. Or I might draw Mook's characters, or I might fuck around, do whatever I want to do, because it's my stream. But I was considering doing like a workshop, like a hand workshop type of thing. So I may do that at some point on stream, so that people can laugh at how bad my hands are. Very cool. So there is the color all done. So now I need to shade her, which is going to take a long time. So I might do that off stream, or I might do it on a separate stream. We're going to find out. But I'm going to call it here. So thanks for joining, and have a good night. See you next stream on Monday.